thinking of leaving my boyfriend after he didn't defend me against his girl best friend. For context, I, 23 female, have been dating my boyfriend Jake, 24 male, for 2 years. Our relationship has always been really great besides the fact that he has a girl best friend named Abby, 23 female. Abby and Jake have known each other since they were toddlers, and their families are very close, as in they go on vacations together all the time, have family game and movie nights every Friday, and pretty much are neighbors. I love my boyfriend so much, and I get along great with his family. His siblings are the sweetest, and I always go shopping or to the movies with them. And I'm very close to his mom. She's even said I'm like a daughter to her, and hopes that very soon she'll be able to call me her daughter-in-law now. Anyways, it's clear Abby has never liked me, but I stay cordial for the sake of my relationship. Abby would call my boyfriend every day and try to stay on the phone for hours. I spoke to my boyfriend about it multiple times, and he said he would limit the times he talks to her, and although I have seen some improvement, it's not as much as I would have hoped for. Abby has always given me backhanded comments, and whenever we are in groups together, she'll find any excuse to be next to Jake, or try and touch him. One incident of this happening was when we were going on a trip to Hawaii and everyone had assigned seats. I, of course, was supposed to sit next to my boyfriend and told him to go along because I was going to help his mom put up her bags. When I'm finally done and head to my seat, I see Abby sitting in line with a huge smirk, resting her head on his shoulder. I asked what she thought she was doing, and she said, "Sitting in my seat." Obviously. We went back and forth, me explaining this was my seat, and she said, "Okay, it's just a seat. Go take mine. You're not gonna die." In that moment, the flight attendant came up to us and asked me to take my seat. I explained to her I couldn't, as Abby was in my seat. I showed her my ticket, which has my seat on it, and she made Abby get up. Honestly, I no longer wanted to sit there, as my boyfriend stayed quiet the entire time, didn't say anything to her, but I also wasn't going to let her have her way. Abby gets up visibly upset, and shoulder checks me as she leaves. I couldn't help but laugh, which made her even more mad, but she couldn't do anything about it, so she had to sit on the other side of the plane. Thank God. Anyways, I had a talk with my BF about setting boundaries with Abby, and he agreed. Jake 100% kept true to his word, and the trip went amazing. Abby kept trying to ruin things, but he barely spent time with her as much as she tried to get him to, and only did when everybody got together. I thought things had changed, but boy was I wrong. After the trip, he went back to his old self and disregarded all boundaries. I tried talking to him about Abby's behavior, and he said it's fine. She's just like that. She means no harm, so I should just get over it. This left a bad taste in my mouth, but I decided to just go about my day as if he never said that. Now I should make it clear we all share the same friends. We all decided to go out to a dinner for my birthday, and without telling me, Jake invited Abby. I spent the day with my parents and siblings, so we decided to just meet at the restaurant. When I got there, most of our friends were already there, including Jake and Abby. Jake was in between Abby and one of our mutual friends. This completely ruined my night, as when I saw them, Abby and Jake were laughing, his hand on her knee and her arm intertwined with his. I asked Abby if she could move as I wanted to sit next to my boyfriend, and the way she was acting was highly inappropriate. Before she could respond, Jake has the audacity to say, "Come on, don't start." Abby starts laughing and says, "When are you gonna learn? I will forever be his #1 girl." At this point, I was filled with rage but couldn't help but start crying and left. As I left, some of our friends decided to leave as well, but Jake and Abby stayed with the rest laughing. I was completely embarrassed and drove home. When I finally got home, I packed a small bag and went to my parents' house. I explained to them what happened, and they said I could stay as long as I needed. Around 2 a.m., I assume that's when Jake finally went home because he started bombarding my phone with calls and messages. I didn't answer any and simply turned my phone off when I looked in the morning. The messages span from apologizing to calling me a sensitive bitch, then apologizing again. I simply said I needed space and would talk to him when I decided if I was going to stay with him or not, then blocked his number. I have some friends taking my side, but others calling me childish. I'm not sure if I want to talk to my boyfriend's parents about this yet, but am I overreacting here? Update, so it looks like you guys were right.